Hi, I'm Coach Kane from Relaxion2, Portland, Oregon. This is Assistant Coach Ella. This would be our first video describing a jiu-jitsu concept that I call relaxion, relaxation and connection. So we're going to start it from cross sides. So I'm going to have Ella go down and cross side bottom. In traditional cross sides, I'm really building really nice tight structures with my body, and it's a structural way of building cross sides. So I'm going to get really good underhook and connect with the tight shoulder of justice here. I'm going to get my hand either on the near side or fore side. I'm going to get my toes off the mat and in a real linear way sort of drive my weight into her body like so. And so I've got kind of that really strong linear thing, and it concentrates all my weight in one spot, which is great for holding. That's not what we're going to do. So instead we're going to do something completely different, where we're concentrating on not building structure at all, but getting as much body-to-body contact as we can, and being as relaxed as we can. So the first one, you can almost imagine it holding someone down with a pole. The second one is going to be like a sandbag. You take a really soft, flexible sandbag and you place it on the other person. So we're going to do it a little bit, and then I'm going to explain how and why it works. And in order to introduce the concept, I actually have people do it a little bit different, and I have them hold cross sides backwards, so on their back. And I'm going to have Ella do it on me since I'm so heavy, and she's much lighter, so she can do the concept from the top. And so this is how I would introduce it as a drill with students. Ella's going to put her back on me, and she can use her hands to connect anywhere where she wants. Yeah. Just grab gi, pants, yeah. And she's going to stay on top, and she's going to work on being totally relaxed and connecting everywhere where she can. So if she can find some head connection, some elbow connection, some lower back connection, and I'm going to move around a little bit, and she can use her legs to move her body as she needs. So it looks kind of like that, which is ridiculous because you wouldn't actually hold cross-side like that. But what you're trying to get the students to do is a few things. One, you have this sandbag, which exists from here to here, that you're trying to keep on the other person's body. The job of your legs is to keep pushing that sandbag around so that you're distributing the weight wherever you need it so that you maintain top. The job of your hands is to be like Velcro and Velcro that sandbag to the body. It's really important that your body completely relax into the other person's, and you're doing total body scans while you're holding. You're noticing, like, can I take up just a little more space with my belly? Maybe I can connect my shoulder, that's a bit more connection. How about my ear? And you're trying to find everywhere where you can suck up space and then relax into the space where you're kind of just melting on top of the other person. And again, the legs are designed to move the sandbag around. The hands are designed to attach. But be careful with your hands. You don't want the tension to go above your elbow. So you can have tension here, but once it starts to come up here, it's going to break the posture. And so now we're going to flip the posture the other way. Ella's going to get on top, and she's going to be super relaxed, concentrating on relaxation. So relaxation above all, connection above all, and I'll move around a little bit so you can see what it looks like. Ear, can you connect with the ear? Yeah. All right, so not really interested in doing any posture so much. So I don't care if her toes or hips are on the mat. She's just trying to center her weight on my body, like that, and use her legs to move the sandbag around. And she's not going to be super intent on providing pressure. So she's just going to kind of, sit on me like dead weight. And she can move to north-south and across to the other side, but really nice and slow and relaxed. And it should look something like that. So some interesting things to consider. I'll have Ella go down. You want to take up as much space as you can, not only on your opponent, but even on the mat, which is a bit counterintuitive because traditionally we lift off the mat and create a downward angle. I'm actually trying to use the connection to the mat as part of my holding, which means it would make sense to have more connection to the mat rather than less. So when I lay on top, I'm actually going to connect to the mat, and then I can find more connection to the mat. And so I'm trying to shut off all this space as much as I can. Then I'm going to put my weight on her, like that. And then I'm going to relax into it. I'm going to just put your legs flat. And then I'm going to find as many points of contact as I can on Ella, like this. And so it should feel a lot like I laid a dead body on top of her. That's what it should look like. And if I do that, I'm going to be extremely heavy, like this. So when Ella tries to move, she's going to find it extremely heavy. So it's just like a dead weight sandbag on top. It's going to be an extremely effective way of holding top if you keep two things in mind. One, use your leg to move that weight around, so it's not 100% dead body. You can almost imagine it like you lay a dead body on someone and then you shove the body around as you need to hold top. And two, use the hands to attach so that the sandbag doesn't shift if you don't want it to. Legs move the weight around, hands hold it attached. And if you practice that in some cross-side top, let me know in the comments of the post if that works for you. And what's really interesting, I think, about this concept is you prioritize it over everything else. So it may at times look like the posture is actually worse, or you're doing bad posture. Leave that aside for now and try just working the concepts and see how it works, even if it makes your posture kind of funny. And I think you're going to find that it's surprisingly how well it works. So give that a try. Next video we're going to look at it from, let's see, we'll do half guard top next.